The date 28 February 2026 has now been recorded in history. On this very day, in a joint operation by the United States and Israel, Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei was killed. After this incident, a storm erupted in Middle Eastern politics whose effects are likely to be felt for many years to come. But this attack did not happen suddenly. Months of secret preparation had been going on behind it. The American intelligence agency, Central Intelligence Agency, had been continuously monitoring Khamenei's activities. His locations, meetings, and daily movements were all being tracked. When the right moment arrived, the United States and Israel carried out an operation that eliminated the most powerful figure in Iran. The 86-year-old Khamenei had been holding the highest position of power in Iran since 1989. For more than 3 decades, he determined every major policy of Iran. But now, his era has come to an end. The Shiite theocracy that had been running in Iran for nearly 46 years has suffered its biggest shock from this event. The question is, how did all this happen? According to reports, Khamenei's activities had been under surveillance for a long time. Sources say that intelligence agencies had obtained confirmed information that Khamenei was going to attend an important meeting with some of his close advisors. Originally, the meeting was scheduled for the evening, but Israeli intelligence discovered that it had been moved to the morning, and the location had also been changed. The meeting was taking place in a high-security compound in Tehran, where several major figures from Iran's political and security leadership were present. As soon as this information was confirmed, the United States and Israel decided to take immediate action, because intelligence is only valuable when it is acted upon quickly and precisely. In Washington, shortly after midnight, then U.S. President Donald Trump gave the order for the attack. Just 2 days earlier, talks had taken place in Geneva between the United States and Iran with mediation from Oman, but those negotiations failed to reach any conclusion. After that, the path of military action was chosen. At around 6 in the morning in Israel, fighter jets had already taken off from their air bases. These jets were equipped with long-range precision missiles. About 2 hours later, at 9:40 a.m. Tehran time, the missiles struck their targets. The attack was carried out simultaneously at multiple locations. One of them was the same compound where Iran's senior leaders were present. Iran had some suspicion that an attack might happen, but it had absolutely no idea when or where it would take place. Satellite images later made it clear that the compound where Khamenei was present had been completely destroyed. The next day, Iranian state television confirmed his death. The screen showed a black banner while old video footage was being broadcast. Tehran officially acknowledged that its supreme leader was no longer alive. But the story does not end there. Not only Khamenei was killed in this attack. According to reports, some members of his family also died in the incident. In addition, his close advisor Ali Khamenei and senior commanders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps were also killed. In a way, this attack caused a major blow to Iran's political and military leadership in a single strike. However, the head of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Ali Larijani, survived the attack. After the strike, he stated that Iran's people and military would certainly respond to it. Meanwhile, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps also released a strong statement on its official channels. It said that Khamenei's death would definitely be avenged, and that the response would be the biggest response in history. On the other hand, U.S. President Donald Trump described Khamenei as one of the most dangerous leaders in the world. He also said that the United States had several options regarding Iran's future leadership, but discussing them right now would be premature. In fact, this operation had not been planned suddenly. It is said that the planning had been underway for about 8 or 9 months. After the Iranian Revolution, the political system that emerged in Iran gave the supreme leader the highest authority. Khamenei assumed this position in 1989 after the death of the revolution's leader, Ruhollah Khomeini. For more than 3 decades, he influenced every major policy of Iran. Whether it was the nuclear program, regional strategy, or support for proxy groups in the Middle East, every major decision required his final approval. However, in the past few years, his influence had begun to appear weaker. After the attack by Hamas in 2023, Israel and its allies carried out several military operations in the region. These operations also impacted organizations aligned with Iran. During the same period, protests inside Iran intensified due to economic crisis and rising inflation. People came out onto the streets and shouted slogans against the government. Khamenei attempted to suppress these protests using force, but it only increased public anger. External international pressure, growing internal dissatisfaction, and declining regional influence, together, these factors had already created a difficult period for Iran. And then came the attack on 28 February 2026 that changed everything. Now, Iran faces 3 possible paths. First, the country's assembly of experts may elect a new supreme leader. Second, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps could directly take power into its own hands. Or third, a completely new political leadership could emerge. Which of these paths will be chosen will be decided in the coming time. But one thing is certain, after Khamenei, Iran will never be the same again.